Breaking news, Jake. Just 40 minutes ago, I'm reading it. They've changed it from enhanced community quarantine to modified enhanced community quarantine. Morning, Jake. I see you just had a shower. You're all wet. Go bananas. Run around. Get dry. There you go. It's a nice jumping skill. Yum 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 yum. Bite that.
I wanted
yes,
to yoga, but look what he did. He put all his toys in front
in
of
the same spot. Yeah, it's nice. Time to check out the weather. It's the most exciting thing of the day. Living in the quarantine lockdown. The most exciting part. The weather. Now there's a typhoon hitting southeastern Mindanao pretty soon in the next 24 hours or so, and I guess that's why we have the clouds now, a little bit low pressure. Probably 30 degrees. Yesterday it was crazy. It was 35 degrees. Love it. Ang panahon koron kay okay lang. How's my Bisaya?
That was amazing.
Okay
you're
lang?
You're a good student.
Ah, salamat. Just got some water. Yeah, you thirsty, Jake? Get some water. Whoop. Here we go.
Thanks for the neighbor.
What? Our neighbor gave it to us? Why? Who?
The one there. The big car, the beside us.
Why?
This morning when I'm about to go to running with Jake, I saw her. She's carrying all the empty bottles, and I asked her, "Where did you get one?" I said like, "Oh, you just go to the guard." And then I said her like, "Can I join mine?" She said, "Sure, why not?"
Ah, okay. Because we've been calling this phone number and they haven't been picking up lately, so we ran out of water. But
Yeah.
thanks to our neighbors.
Yay.
Nice. Breaking news, Jake. And I don't know if it's a good news or bad news. We'll see about that in a second. But like I said in my last video, we were waiting on an update from all the governors and mayors to finish their meeting, and then they would give us an update what's gonna happen after the 15th. Because on the 15th, supposedly all the ECQs would stop, the enhanced community quarantine, but we've been waiting for that for quite some time, and now it's the May 12th, and in 3 days that's gonna be lifted. But we were also waiting on a decision what's gonna happen, because we really didn't get any confirmation from Cebu City if they're gonna start opening or extend it. My thought was they're gonna extend it because of the rising cases. Whether that's the best decision or not, my thoughts on that is that I think we should open in certain areas, but if a barangay has a lot of cases, I think that one should be on a lockdown still. Selective lockdown community quarantine, meaning that other parts of the city could start opening, like Lahuk where I live, there's almost no cases. And then there's another barangay that's full of cases. Now I'm no scientist, but I believe that should be the right thing to do. And from my understanding, that's a direction that they're talking about and are probably gonna go to. Now what happened on the news today, just 40 minutes ago, I'm reading it, they've changed it from enhanced community quarantine to modified enhanced community quarantine. So I'll say it again, the enhanced community quarantine is gonna stop on the 15th, and then there's few places of Philippines where it's gonna be modified enhanced community quarantine. And those places are big parts of Manila, Laguna, and Cebu City. Now this modified ECQ is going to be extended until May 31st. So basically it's a lockdown until 31st, meaning 2 more weeks and 3 days, so about 17 more days to go. To me, obviously that's no surprise, then I think it's the right decision. You know, slowly and gradually opening things, the areas of the country that haven't been hit hard or at all, you know, back to the new norm. And then the areas that are really affected, they're gonna start gradually in some part open, which is great, okay? Now the first thing that I thought of when I heard modified ECQ, what's the difference between that and the ECQ? And from what I can tell here, the guidelines released by the government are the following. ECQ, no movement regardless of age and health status. Minimal economic activity except for utility services such as food, power, water, and critical economy sectors. No transportation activity except for utility services. And fourth, suspension of physical classes. Now what is the modified ECQ? Limited movement within containment zone for obtaining essential services and work. Operations of selected manufacturing and processing plants up to maximum of 50% workforce. Okay, 50% people going back to work under the modified ECQ, so that's great. Limited transportation services for essential goods and services. And 4, suspensions of physical classes. So I guess schools are still closed. They're not going to be operated in the next 2 weeks of the modified ECQ. So by the looks of it, it's pretty much the same situation for me. We won't be able to go out. We can't do anything except stay at home until the 31st. By looking at it, the only thing that's different as of now, it seems to be that some of the manufacturing and processing plants are going to be opening up again, but about 50% workforce. In terms of residents, people living here, no, nothing else changes. All right, just like I predicted in my last video, it's gonna be extended until the 31st. So if you're living in Cebu, Manila, or Laguna, these are the changes. No changes for us residents, except it's gonna be extended until the 31st. What do you think about the new modified ECQ?
For me, it's okay. If it's for our health, why not? So all we have to do is just to follow the rules.
Of course. Whoa, can stand our hands.
Allah!
Wow. Good boy. And by the way, no more bird there stuck. And by reading all the comments from the previous video, yes, I think obviously there was a kite string, very thin, so people are flying kites here in the city. That's what kids do. I bet it was not intentional, it's just unlucky, things happen. Let me know down in the comments where you guys are living, what are the rules by your local government unit. I'm really curious how your lives are right now. If you're in the Philippines or abroad, please let me know. I've been reading this book. It's about the reef creatures in the Indo-Pacific, meaning all the way from Papua New Guinea to, well, Australia maybe as well. Indonesia and Philippines, of course. So I'm trying to memorize all these species underwater. So quite a lot of them, so it can take some time. Food supply is looking good. We got some fruits. Still got full of pasta, canned foods. We ate like a couple of cans of tuna almost every day. It's a little bit messy now, but what you see here on this table is a lot of camera gear, lenses, hard drives, and as well these big boxes. It's camera stuff. See these 2 big ones? They cater my camera gear. I was thinking, do you guys want me to make like a what's in my bag video, talk about my lenses, talk about my camera that I use for 2020 that I'll be using on my upcoming trips. If there's gonna be any trips, let me know down in the comment. As well, here's all my hard drives. We got some filters that I use on my lenses as well. So yeah, it's quite an interesting topic. Let me know if you want to see that. Where's Jay? Psst, oi! Oi! And finally, as well, if you're flying into the Philippines, they're gonna resume all the international flights now. So the rules are still implemented, meaning if you come to the Philippines now, you do have to do a mandatory 2-week quarantine. Regardless of the situation, I think those are still the rules. Whenever that's gonna be lifted, I'm not quite sure. And same with other countries. Most of them have this 2-week mandatory quarantine. So if you're thinking about coming here, visiting your friends or loved ones, or work, or coming back from work, that is still required, just so you know. Alright, that is the news, that is the update from us. I get asked quite a bit now, do I miss travel? Of course, that is what I've done all my life. It's in my blood, it's in my nature. Ever since my family started traveling well, when I was born actually, they were always traveling, so that's just something I do. It's built into me. And this quarantine has been really, I don't want to use the word tough, because I don't want to be comparing myself to other people that have actually had some sick people or even lost ones, so I'm not even gonna compare myself to them. It's been strange for me, I would say. It's a weird situation that I'm not used to. So I'm not gonna say it's been tough, but I would say it's been a weird time in my life. I don't want to say that I've been depressed or anything, but I've been feeling kind of strange lately. Not being myself and all that, but I understand and I realize that this community quarantine is playing effects on me, my mind, my body, and my life. I realize that, and I just look at it as something that's normal, that's affecting me right now. So my message out to everybody: keep doing what you're doing, work out every day, walk around, do push-ups, all these basic things, eat healthy as much as you can. Build up that immune system, eat those guavas with 30 times more vitamin C. Those are the best ones, I believe. Shout out to all the comments regarding the guavas. Until next time. Peace out.